Welcome to my Week 2 match of the UNPL Academy League. This week, my team, the Minnesota Golden Goes, is taking on the UNPL, coach of the Winnetka Wyrdeers. If you want to watch the team builder so that you know who we're bringing and why we're bringing it, keep watching. But if you're just interested in the Wi-Fi game, you can skip ahead to this timestamp. Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, my name is Demigod Shmurda here, and I am your coach of the Minnesota Golden Goes. This is Week 2 of the UNPL Academy League Kitakami Division, and this week we're facing off against my guy, my absolute guy, Umbra, the UmbraGuardian, and his team, the Winnetka Wyrdeers. Now, man, we took a fat ass L last week. We got 6-0'd. 5-0'd. Only because Bonana took pity on me and didn't switch out. I deserved to get 6-0'd there. Neither Glaive Rush nor Earthquake was killing Scizor. I don't know why he didn't go out to Scizor. I got 6-0'd last week. This week we're facing off against Umbra. And in my personal opinion, we have a better matchup this week. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to throw his team up on screen right here real quick. Now, Umbra has a very, very, very strong team. He has a team consisting of Iron Boulder, Clodsire, Iron Treads, Hisuian Zoroark, Kamoa Moltres, Araquanid, Appleton, Alolan Ninetales, Morgrem, Honchkrow, and Ampharos. A couple things worth noting, his Terra Captains are Araquanid, Appleton, and Honchkrow. Araquanid can go Water, Fire, and Grass. Appleton can go Dragon, Fairy, and I think, yeah, Dragon, Fairy, and Steel. And Honchkrow can go Dark, Steel, and Fighting. Other things to note, he has Stealth Rockers in Boulder, Treads, and Claude. He has Spikes with Claude and Toxic Spikes with Claude. He has Rapid Spin in Iron Treads, and he has Aurora Veil with Alolan Ninetales. No Defog, and his only Hazard Clearer is Treads. Now, in my personal opinion, Umbra is my best matchup this season. In my personal opinion, I have the worst team in the league. It was a really big blunder on my part to not draft Glowking. That's on me. That's on nobody else but me. So before we get into anything else, I just want everyone to know, I made this team mostly myself this week. This week, I actually know what I'm doing. I know what everything does. And I know how to play it. So first mon that we got to talk about is Sarmite the Baxcalibur. We are holding up a Berry, we are running Thermal Exchange, and we have Dragon Dance, Iron Head, Glaive Rush, and Earthquake. We are Adamant Nature, and we have 208 EVs in attack, 80 in defense, 32 in special defense, and 188 in speed. This EV spread is allowing us to outspeed max speed timid Alolan Ninetales after a Dragon Dance. We are 2-coing max defense Iron Treads with Earthquake after 2 Dragon Dances. This is a big one. We are not O-code by max special attack Specs Hurricane from Moltres, which means that we are free to click Dragon Dance on Moltres or on Iron Treads. We have Berry, and with our EV spread, we are not O-code by max special attack Specs Hurricane, which is insane. Of course, we have Thermal Exchange in case we want to switch in on a fire move and threaten the Moltres that way. Bax is just here to break. Bax is just here to do Bax things and break. We have Iron Head, obviously, for Alolan Ninetales. And the thing about our Iron Head this week is that I believe, even if he runs Berry, like, we're barely not O-coing. But the next time we will, because we are outspeeding max speed timid Alolan Ninetales. So even if he has Aurora Veil up, we are outspeeding, we are getting another guaranteed KO. And if he wants to, like, Baton Pass so that he sees what he wants to switch into, there is not a lot on his team that wants to switch into a Baxcalibur, potentially at +1. What wants to switch into Iron Head? Treads? We have Earthquake. What wants to switch into Iron Head? Araquanid. We have Glaive Rush. Moltres, I guess. Moltres would be the thing. This set is very, very good. And if he lets me set up a Dragon Dance with anything, Bax just kind of goes stupid, dude. Bax kind of goes stupid. One of the things that Jacob saw as a potential stopper was Clodsire. We are 2-coing Clodsire without Dragon Dance, because Clodsire could be running unaware, of course. We are 2-coing Clodsire with Earthquake. So that thing is not a problem for us. We have Earthquake as well for, like I said, for Boulder. So if he thinks we just brought Iron Head, no, we brought Earthquake as well. Because Earthquake is very good against Treads, against Terra Steel on Appleton, And Glaive Rush, obviously, then is for the Komodo. Komodo and Boulder were, like, the big things I wanted to focus on. Because... and Araquanid. So, Komodo, Araquanid, and Iron Boulder were, like, the 3 things that I was the most scared of. But just overall, Bax is just good this week. He's a very good breaker. He's not meant to be the sweeper. If he does sweep, awesome. But he's not meant to be the endgame sweeper this week. We'll see. We'll get there. But yeah, that's Sarmite this week. Next one we've got to talk about is Moo the Mew. Now, Mew this week is in a bit of a different role. Mew is here to deal with one thing and one thing only, and that is Komodo. We'll talk about it. Well, 2 things. We are running Kasib Berry. Obviously, we have to run Synchronize. We have Dazzling Gleam, Surf, Dark Pulse, and Calm Mind. We are Calm Nature with 72 in defense, 20 in special attack, 176 in special defense, and 240 in speed. With this set, we are outspeeding max speed Jolly Komodo before it sets up Clangorous Soul. Obviously, we are not outspeeding after it sets up Clangorous Soul. And the reason that I say that this is here to deal with Komodo is because Komodo can get very, very out of hand with its Omni Boosting Clangorous Soul and its Throat Spray set. So you can run Special Komodo now because it gets Clangorous Soul as its setup plus Throat Spray. So it can instantly boost a +2 attack and it will have, or +2 special attack, and will have an Omni Boost. So it will be +1 in everything. Komodo is a huge, huge threat. We have tons of ways to deal with it with this team. But Mew is like the... Hey, there is a Komodo in front of me. It has just killed something. It has not set up Clangorous Soul yet. Or I predict him to switch into Komodo this turn because of what I have on the field. Let me bring in Mew. Mew, Dazzling Gleam, is at the very least 2-coing any Komodo set. Potentially O-coing depending on his investment. We are not running Psychic. We are running Quad Effective Dazzling Gleam. Psychic hits Clodsire, sure, but there are other things that we can do for Clodsire. Obviously, we have Surf, but Surf also hits Boulder, so Surf also hits Treads. We have Dark Pulse, which is neutral on Claude, but it also hits Hisuian Zoroark, and that's the other big thing, is that we have Kasib Berry. Kasib is the ghost-resisting one. Yeah, it is. So we have Kasib Berry precisely to resist a Hisuian Zoroark Shadow Ball. And I believe with our special defense, it does not say in my notes, but with our special defense, I believe, and don't quote me on this, I believe we're taking Hisuian Zoroark Shadow Ball with max special attack modest, not specs, but just max special attack modest, over half with Kasib and this investment. And then with our defense investment, we are actually 2-coed by Megahorn from Iron Bowler after Rocks. There is ways of setting up so that even Mew, who is not in like a snowballing position like it was last week with the weakness policy set, Mew can do some damage. We have Dark Pulse specifically to KO Zoroark. We have Surf to deal damage to Boulder, to deal damage to Claude, to deal damage to Treads, to deal damage to Moltres. We have the moveset necessary to beat this team, and that is huge this week. We have the moveset necessary to just punch a hole in this team. But Mew is specifically here as like, there's a Komodo, it's not at +1 speed, I'm fucking killing that thing. That is what Mew is here for this week, and it's just great. This would have been Jolteon. No, it wouldn't have. You know why it wouldn't have been Jolteon? Because Komodo has Soundproof as an ability, so we cannot Alluring Voice it. We cannot guarantee outspeed Alluring Voice it. But Mew can Dazzling Gleam it. That is our Mew set this week. Next one we got to talk about is Firebrand the Infernape. We are bringing Assault Vest Blaze, Raging Fury, Knockoff, Brick Break, U-Turn, 252 attack, 16 defense, 240 speed with a Jolly Nature. What Firebrand is doing here, we are running Assault Vest this week. We are running a little bit more defensive than you would think. And the reason that we are running Assault Vest with this specific set is just because Infernape is not here to do a whole fuckload of damage. If it does a bunch of damage, that's good, because here's the thing. Infernape, this week, we are running Raging Fury. I wanted to run Raging Fury Infernape at least once, because I just think that this move, Raging Fury, I just think the move is cool. Fun fact about Raging Fury, with max attack, We're OHKOing anything less than max HP, max defense Alola Ninetales. Important piece of context for that, that's including Ninetales' double defense thanks to the snow. So if at first that didn't seem that impressive, it actually is pretty impressive because Ninetales will have double defense. With our Assault Vest, we are taking a non-crit Psychic from Hisuian Zoroark and OHKOing it in return if it doesn't have any defensive investment with Raging Fury. Infernape is here to be more of a supportive nuisance mon this week. So as you can see, we have knockoff. We are outspeeding things because we have a lot of speed investment and we are jolly. We are knocking off things like whatever Boulder wants to hold. If it's holding like a Choice Band, we are knocking off Scarf or Boots on Treads. We are knocking off Hisuian Zoroark if we are not clicking Raging Fury on it. We are potentially knocking off Throat Spray on Kommo-o. Actually, we are outspeeding Kommo-o, right? We are outspeeding Kommo-o. So we can knock off Throat Spray, which is crazy. Obviously, we have U-turn to pivot out, but Brick Break is the interesting thing. Originally, I think Brick Break was close combat. Or it was Earthquake, one of the two. But we switched it to Brick Break. Jacob actually gave me a really big tip, and that was that if Alola Ninetales sets up Aurora Veil, I can click Brick Break, and I can break the Veil so that I can deal with things like Treads, Boulder, Moltres, Kommo-o easier. Infernape is very, very good this week. I wanted to bring it. Obviously, it's my favorite mon. I think Infernape looks very, very good into this team. Next mon we are bringing, coming off the bench, is Bong Weezing, the Galarian Weezing. Heavy-duty boots, neutralizing gas with Toxic Spikes to Fog, Sledge Wave, and Strange Steam. 248 EVs in HP, 60 in defense, 20 in special defense, and 180 in speed with a bold nature. What this is doing for us, we are outspeeding max speed Jolly Araquanid. Just max speed Jolly Araquanid. That is looking to potentially speed creep us and set up webs before we can do anything about it. We are 2-code by Banded Max Attack Liquidation. That is insane. That's insane. I'm assuming that's taking into account Adamant. I think I just didn't note that's down specifically in my notes. Now here's the thing about Water Bubble. Water Bubble is a busted ability because there's 3 abilities in one. It is Water Veil, so it can't be burned. It is heat proof, so it reduces the damage from fire attacks. Actually, it halves the damage from fire attacks. And it gives them essentially a choice band for water moves. Or adaptability for water moves. It is a very, very ridiculous ability. So, Bong Weezing here is taking a Banded Liquidation. It is 2-code by Banded Liquidation from Araquanid. Which means that if we, have Infernape out, we can U-turn into Weezing, or if we have Mew out, we can just hard swap into Weezing, expecting him to go for either Liquidation or Leech Life. We have Boots, obviously, because we don't want to be hurt by entry hazards, like rocks, like spikes. We don't want to be slowed down by Sticky Web either, so that we can get our defogs off. And then we have Toxic Spikes as well. Now, I could have gone with Toxic. Jacob actually suggested that I go with Toxic. But I chose not to go with Toxic. And the reason that I chose to go with Toxic Spikes over Toxic, I actually had a couple reasons. The first one is to track Hisuian Zoroark. If he brings Hisuian Zoroark this week, I want to be able to know what is Hisuian Zoroark. I want to be able to know what is poisoned so that we know what mon is taking that residual damage. Obviously, he can go to Clodsire to absorb the Toxic Spikes, or he can go out to Iron Treads and Rapid Spin them away. But either way, that forces him to bring one of those mons in or get poisoned on something important like Araquanid, like Kommo-o. The recurring damage is helpful. That's the other thing, is poisoning big threats like Kommo-o, like Araquanid, like Appleton. Poisoning these huge threatening mons I thought was incredibly important, and I wanted to be able to do it without Bong Weezing on the field. Neutralizing Gas blocks Cork Drive. Kind of, sort of. Say he switches in Booster Energy Iron Treads on Weezing. Well, Weezing has Neutralizing Gas. Your Booster Energy doesn't go off. That's not how it worked originally, but there was an update, and apparently that's how it works now. It does not work that way if Wheezing comes in after the booster energy is already popped. Originally, I had gone with and I'm really glad that I changed the set to this. Originally, I had gone with a Misty Surge Chilanberry set to deal with Komodo, clicking Clangor Soul, and Boomburst, which I do still expect him to bring Special Komodo. It's just very good into my team. But with this, I'm not OHKO'd by Specs, Mash Special Attack, Blizzard from Alolan Ninetales. And yes, if I click Defog, I will be defogging away my Toxic Spikes. I realize that. But here's the thing. We are not always going to be clicking Defog. We are only going to be clicking Defog if Clodsire or Iron Treads wants to set up their entry hazards. Or potentially Iron Boulder, but I don't expect him to bring hazards with Boulder. Defog, another thing about it is that it is also clearing away Aurora Veil. So we have two ways of clearing Veil in Brick Break and in Defog. Bong Weezing, good defensive mon, good support mon. I felt I had to bring it this week. Next mon we are bringing to this game is Slugger the Gastrodon. Leftovers, Storm Drain, Surf, Yawn, Stealth Rock, Recover. 124 HP, 172 in defense, 212 in special defense with a bold nature. What this spread is doing for us is that we are 3-code by Banded Araquanid Leech Life after Rocks. That is ridiculous. That is with no acid armor, no nothing. We are 3-code by Banded Araquanid Leech Life after Rocks, which means that without Rocks up, it is a 4-code. That is stupid. That is ridiculous that I can EV Gastrodon like that. That is dumb. That is actively dumb. Another thing about it is that actually I'm taking like a decent chunk from Iron Boulder's Zen Headbutt, but not too much. And he needs to bring Power Herb Solar Blade in order to do a decent chunk to Gastrodon with Iron Boulder, which I don't expect him to bring Solar Blade. If he's going to bring any coverage moves, I expect it to be either Mega Horn, Wild Charge, or both. Which I do expect Wild Charge in this matchup. Because of my last mon, and you will see what my last mon is here. Also, another thing with my special defense, I'm not OHKO'd by Clanging Scales from Komodo that's already set up with Clanging Scales without him setting up rocks. And remember, Bong Weezing is just here to stop him from setting up rocks. The interesting tech here is Yawn. And the reason that I think that's an interesting tech is because I have two different targets in mind for Yawn. I am doing it to deal with either Araquanid or Boulder. Those two mons specifically because a potential either booster attack or weakness policy Boulder is very, very threatening. I remember in Mox, we are taking a +2 Earthquake. I can just go into Gastrodon, say, hey, Yawn, and stop that thing. Or I can do it to Araquanid. Obviously, we have Sleep Claw, so only one mon can be asleep at a time. But either of those things being asleep would be very, very beneficial for me. Obviously, you might think that conflicts with Toxic Spikes, but if we haven't set up Toxic Spikes yet, or he spins them away or clears them with Clodsire, we are able to Yawn either Araquanid or Boulder. Or if one of them is Boots, that's another thing, is that we can use Yawn that way. So it is very much, like it's a tech move, but it is very much an offensive tool this week. Gastrodon, I felt, was like another must-bring this week, and it's just so bulky. And I made such a huge... I think that the turn that I lost my week 1 battle was when I let Gastrodon go down. I genuinely, I do not know what I was thinking. But I think that was the turn that I lost that last battle. But with this setup, Gastrodon it's not meant to be passive. It is meant to be defensive, and it is meant to also work sort of offensively with rocks, with Surf threatening his water-weak Pokemon, with Yawn to be able to threaten out Araquanid or Boulder, because I doubt he wants either of those things to go to sleep. Gastrodon is incredible this week. As soon as I found out this mon had this ability, or rather as soon as I remembered this mon had this ability, I wanted to use it. I wanted to use it to sweep someone. Umbra, you're that guy. Umbra is that guy. So this is Titania the Skarmory. Leftovers with weak armor. Iron Defense, Swords Dance, Iron Head, Roost, Impish Nature, with 248 EVs in HP, 196 in attack, 4 in defense, and 60 in speed. With that speed, we are outspeeding Iron Boulder. and thus the rest of his team after 1 weak armor, which is so dumb. That is so dumb. And here's the thing, leftovers as well. So here's elephant in the room though. If I'm lowering my defense with weak armor, why do I want to bring iron defense? Well, the entire team sort of rests on this mon. Skarmory is our endgame cleaner this week. The mon with base 80 attack and 70 speed. Skarmory is our endgame cleaner this week. I fully expect him to bring Boulder against me. This mon just sits in front of Boulder. In fact, this mon sits in front of like so many of like it sits in front of all of his first 3 mons. And if I'm set up already, I'm killing pretty much everything, which is so ridiculous. So ridiculous. This is the mon that I'm like, I expect him to bring Wild Charge for Skarmory. He needs to. But here's the thing. With my investment, I'm not 2-co'd by Mighty Cleave, which is stab, or Wild Charge with this coverage after I set up Iron Defense. So, Boulder is outspeeding me the first turn. Sure. But then I set up Iron Defense. So I'm at +1 defense, +2 speed. I'm not dying to the second one. I set up 1 Swords Dance. I'm dealing so much damage. Roost should be fine. Because, of course, we still want to be, like, at a decent amount of HP that leftovers can't get us to. Skarmory sits in front of Boulder, sets up Iron Defense. Sits in front of Clodsire, sets up Sword Stance and Iron Defense. Sits in front of Iron Treads. If he wants to use Volt Switch, I get that free Iron Defense, and I'm taking even less from Mighty Cleaver Wild Charge. Obviously, if Moltres comes out, we switch. Sweeper Skarmory. Sweeper Skarmory. Mom said it's Titania's turn on the Xbox. Let's see if anybody gets that reference. It's a reference to not wearing my boarding party sweatshirt or any of my shirts. It's a reference to these guys. I don't think Titania is on here. Yeah, this was the Siege of Hillmouth before that they got Titania on the team. Someone let me cook this week. Here's the thing though, Umbra's my best matchup. Umbra's my best matchup this season. And I have the worst team in the league. But yeah, guys, Skarmory. Sweeper Skarmory is here. Now that we've gotten the team talked about, now that we've gotten the team builder out of the way, I'm going to go ahead. We're going to cut into the battle. I'll see you guys then. Peace. Okay, something I should probably make mention of before I just jump right in. Oh, I guess we're going with Clavel's theme. Good luck. Okay, it does bring Moltres, no Zoroark, and no Araquanid? What the fuck? Oh, this is gonna be a wild game. Oh, this is gonna be a wild game. Oh, no Araquanid. Oh. 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 Okay. Okay. Something I should make mention of. Well, actually, wait, if there's no Araquanid... That's very interesting that he didn't bring that. It's very interesting. But no Zoroark means I... what do I want my lead to be? Because the plan was to lead Bongweez and go Slugger if he goes Araquanid. Because I can take his attacks for days. Let me close out of this and put my phone on Do Not Disturb. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Ah, shit. Like I said, I should make mention, I did know Umbra was going to bring Snow Warningless Ninetales. But I had already prepped my team by the time that I found that out. And I did not make any changes knowing that he was going to bring Snow Warningless Ninetales. It actually just made my team better, so. Because now I can just run Steel moves. Asta. That is Komoa. This thing does not want to stay in on Bongweezing. How much is a Flash Cannon doing to me? Or an Iron Head? How much is Flash Cannon or Iron Head doing to me? Komoa. Let's see. Flash Cannon. versus Iron Heads. Let's go. Iron Head's doing 45% max. Flash Cannon's doing 73.8%. He doesn't have webs, though. Yeah, he could potentially have rocks. I'm clicking Strange Steam. Makes sense. I should have set up my Toxic Spikes there. The fuck word is that? Okay, Moltres. Can I get a Confusion? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I did not deserve that. You did not deserve that, Umbra. Alright. What's taking Hurricane from this thing again? I think it's Bax is taking Hurricane, but Bax does not want to come in here. Honestly... Okay, what's, Moltres? Does this thing get Energy Ball? It does not. Honestly, I think... Oh, yeah. I think I just go Gastrodon here. Yeah, I just go Gastrodon here. Or I could have gone Mew, actually. Okay, makes the switch, actually, because I confused him. That makes sense. Klaus. What's Klaus? Treads. So I didn't even... It didn't process in my head that he would stay. Or that he would switch. But I made a decent switch. I don't think I want to set my rocks here. What is Iron Treads doing to me? Let's just see. Earthquake. He is not Booster. Earthquake is doing 39% maximum to me. I think I want to click Surf here. Because if I click Rocks, he's just going to want to spin. Actually, if he spins, I get free outs to Skarmory. I don't want to play that game just yet. I'm going to play Skarmory at the end. I'm just going to... Is Surf the right play? Yeah, half his team is weak to Surf. I mean, he could go out to Appleton here. I'm gonna Surf. Switches out. Fair. What's he go out to? Tormenta. Ninetales. Okay, let's see how much this is taking from this. So he has Freeze Dry. That's pretty obvious, he has Freeze Dry. That's doing a decent chunk. Ninetales. Like I said, I knew he was not Snow Warning. Surf, that looks about 30%. So, he's got to have some special defense investment. He's got to have some special defense investment. Probably for, like, Jolteon or Infernape. Special 8, maybe? What's my play here? I think I just go... Actually, I think Mew. Nah. Infernape. How well is Infernape taking? Takes a non-crit Psychic from Hisui Zoroark, which didn't show up. I think I actually go Ape here. If he's Scarf Psychic, that could be interesting, but I see him going for something like Freeze Dry or potentially Moonblast here. Psyshock. I'm AV, so that's actually doing... That had to be a crit. Crit mattered. Crit mattered. Oh! Crit mattered! I mean, yeah. Yeah, that crit did matter. Shit. That's so big, dude. Like, you don't even realize. That's so big. Ninetales KOs Infernape with crit Psyshock. Okay. I swear to God, I think the crit mattered. Psyshock, let's go Infernape. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He is... Oh, yeah. He is modest with some special attack investment. That crit so fucking mattered, dude. That crit so fucking mattered. Ha! Shit! Okay, what's taking... I'm just gonna go Mew. I'm just gonna go Mew here. And I'm gonna set up a Calm Mind in this thing's face. Mew is outspeeding most things. I'm just gonna Calm Mind and not think about it. Because Mew is outspeeding what? Outspeeding Max Speed Jolly Kamoo before it Clangor of Souls, which that is... Oh, you know what? Actually, I just have my speed stat pulled up. Switches. Okay. What does he go out to? Yami. That, I think that's Boulder. Okay. If I remember correctly, I'm not O-code by Megahorn. Yep, I'm 2-code by Megahorn. I'm staying in and I'm clicking Surf. I'm 2-code by Megahorn. Megahorn is the most dangerous thing to this thing. He goes for agility. He's the weakness policy set. I'm calling it right now. This is weakness policy. Yep. Okay. No, this is fine. I believe it or not, I played against this. So at this point, I think I just let Mew go down. I let Mew go down, and then I go to Gastrodon and I click Yawn. Gastrodon, Iron Boulder. He is a weakness policy. He is +2/+2. How much is Zen Headbutt doing? To my Gastrodon, 60%. That's with no investment. He does not KO me with max attack Adamant. Do I want to let Mew go down here? Or do I want to let something else go down here? Yeah, I think I want to let Mew go down because I still need Wheezing to clear hazards. So I am just going to sack my Mew here. Megahorn? Yep. No, I figured he would bring that. That's totally fine. I am going straight out to Gastrodon because the only thing you can threaten me with is Solar Blade, and you don't have it. Because you do not have Power Herb. You are weakness policy. I think this is gonna this entire battle comes down to a crit right now. I want everybody to know that. This entire battle comes down to a crit. This entire I could have switched out to Skarmory there, but I wouldn't outspeed him at +2. Believe it or not, I think I prepped against this exact set from Jacob. Jacob prepped me against weakness policy Boulder. Megahorn? That's resisted. Does so much. Fuck you, chicken strips! Go to bed! Go to sleep! Now, Gastrodon obviously is still useful in this battle, so I will make a switch here. And I think my switch is going to be Bong Weezing. Dude, the crit on Ape is so big, dude. That crit so fucking mattered. I am gonna play Possum here. I'm going out to the Bong Weezing. He does switch out. Okay. I should have set up my rocks or recovered there, actually. Charmy. What's Charmy? Appleton. Okay, then this is a fine switch. I mean, he could be Terra Steel. He could be Terra Steel or Terra Dragon. Yeah, I think right there I actually should have clicked Recover, so that was a slight misplay. Obviously, not having Infernape to deal with this thing is big. I think he's going to be Terra Steel. Let me go to Bong Weezing, and let me go to Appleton. Terra Steel. Let's say modest. Big. Fat. Let's say Terra Blast. He's doing 88% to me. Is my Toxic Spikes really worth it? Dude, not having egg is so huge. I'm a berry on backs for this thing. He switches. Why? Klaus. Okay, that is what again? That is Treads. Good switch. Good switch on his part. I kind of want him to rapid spin here. I'm gonna make an aggressive play, and I'm gonna go out to Skarmory. He stays in. He's definitely clicking spin this turn. I'm gonna make a wild play right now. EQ! Why would you do that? You saw me going out to Skarmory there! Why? I'm not gonna lie, I really just want to click Swords Dance right now. Why would you do that? Volt Switch, I take that. I chew that. I count to chew that. Come. Bring your boulder back in. Actually, yeah, the Moltres switch was free there. I think I'm kind of stupid for that one. I should not have set up my SD there. And I think I actually lose from here. Believe it or not. I think Moltres just cleans me. I mean, I'm going to get a little lefties, but Hurricane is doing a fuck ton. I don't know anything about this Moltres yet. I just know that it doesn't get... Dude, Hurricane's doing 88.5%. Ugh. But he has to... I feel like he has to click Fire Blast, actually, here. So if I go out to Gastro... Am I above half? I'm not. That'll be a roll with Fire Blast. That'll definitely be a roll. Honestly, I feel like my play here is to either sack Weezing or go Sarmite. And I think... I'm gonna sack Weezing. I'm gonna sack Weezing here because I feel like he has to go for a fire move, and Gastro doesn't take it. Moltres actually super cleans me here. Dude, this match would be so much different if I had Infernape. Flamethrower. Okay, that's a roll. Well, he could still be Hurricane. Flamethrower is doing to Bong Weezing. Okay, he's not max special attack. On what chance is that a high roll? He has to be no investment and not modest. Is he timid? That is a possible roll on either modest or timid. If he's modest, it's a roll in his favor. This would be so much different if I had. Am I outspeeding Moltres with backs? I don't think so. But I need to take this game back. And actually, yeah, I think I just threw there. I think that's game. Yeah, there's no reason I should have swapped there. I should have just stayed in and... I can't be burned by that. I can't be burned by that. Okay, how much is Flamethrower doing to me? To Sarmite. Because I think I can just set up a Dragon Dance here. Flamethrower is doing 41%. Hurricane is doing 50%. I'm gonna set up a Dragon Dance here. Yeah. U-turn. Gonna get some chip on me. Some chippies. Some chippy chippies. I predict Appleton here. I predict he goes to Charmy here. I'm gonna set up a Dragon Dance. Klaus. Which is the... Treads. I'm the Berry. Iron Treads. say adamant. Let's say iron. Head. I am now at +1 attack. Earthquake is a guaranteed KO, and I am potential. Oh, I'm at +1 speed too. What about Jolly? I'm even outspeeding Jolly. Earthquake is free here. Unless he's Scarf, which he could be. But Ironhead is not doing a whole lot because of my Berry. 37.1% max. What about Hard Press? Baxcalibur KOs. Iron treads with Earthquake. And what killed my Mew again? Iron Boulder did? Leona. I hope that is how you pronounce that. This thing probably outspeeds me. But based on the damage it was doing earlier, I do not think it kills, and I can claim another one here with Glaive. I mean, regardless, I think I kind of have to do this. Or I can Dragon Dance again. If I think that he doesn't have Hurricane, I can Dragon Dance again. He's not choiced. Because I'm fairly sure Glaive just kills. What else does he have? What else does he have left? Ninetales, I outspeed that. I outspeed the Komodo. Outspeed Boulder. I think Glaive is actually free here. I'm just gonna click it. Crit did not matter. Baxcalibur KOs Moltres with Glaive. This is not the way I expected nor wanted this match to go, but I will take this. I need to justify my pick of Bax somehow, dude. Because I fight a Kyurem team next week, and Kyurem is better than Bax. Charmy? Ain't no way that is not Terra Steel. I am about to make a huge gamble right now. Because I lose the game if this is not Terra Steel. Well, actually, he does not have to Terra, nor does he have to stay in. He's actually successfully threatening me out with this thing, believe it or not. Because if he is Terra Steel and I Glaive, I don't KO. If he's Terra Fairy and I EQ, I don't KO. At least I'm pretty sure. Let me say, like, the most defensive Appleton possible. Appleton, let's say Steel. Actually, no, let's say his other one is Fairy. Earthquake is doing 72%. I have to switch here. And he knows I have to switch here. But what do I go out to? I think, actually, my play is to go Skarmory. I have to switch in case he is Terra Steel or Fairy. I cannot stay in that turn. Because if I do not kill, I die in return. Okay, he does Terra here. What Terra did he bring? If he's Steel, I'm gonna be really mad because I just threw away my Earthquake. Yeah, he is Fairy. Fuck you. I definitely could have Iron-Headed, but at the same time, he also could have been Berry like I was, so. Iron Defense he sets up. Iron Defense. Okay, we are now in a very interesting situation. He is Terra Fairy, and he is taking some of that poison. It was a very good thing I set up T-Spikes. Yeah, Boulder KO'd my Mew. Let me just finish putting one of my notes real quick. Boulder KOs Mew with Mega Horn. Honestly, I'm gonna Sword Stance. He could be Body Press. I mean, if he's Iron Defense, there's no reason for him to not be. But I think I'm fine here. Dragon Pulse. I'm chewing that. I'm chewing that. I'm chewing that all day. I brought Offensive Skarmory this week. His lefties to cancel out my poison, but honestly, that's fine because my poison's actually canceling out his lefties. And keeping him lower. But the fact that I'm outspeeding him is pretty big. Ooh, wait. If he is body press. Although, I'm... body press. But he's +2 defense. He has Iron Head, and he's Dragon Pulse. Body press at +2 is not doing shit to Skarmory. What if he's max defense? It's doing 30.6%. I'm setting up my own iron defense. This is where the tech for Boulder comes in. This is where the tech comes in. And I'm going to consistently be gaining my health back. At this point, he just has to predict the turn. Yeah, at this point, he just has to predict the turn that I click Roost. Which, if I'm setting up iron defenses of my own, that's actually going to super hurt him in the long run. This is the game we're playing right now. And it looks like my poison's actually doing slightly more than the lefties. I don't know if that's, like, just me seeing that wrong, but this is the game we're playing. Mom said, it's my turn on the Xbox. I'm gonna click Roost this turn. Okay. I'm gonna click Roost this turn and drop my flying typing. I'm at, what, +4 defense, +2 attack? I'm gonna click Roost this turn. Body press is doing 21%. I'm clicking Roost this turn. I'm clicking Roost this turn. And with enough attack, I actually probably will KO. He switches. So I get the free Roost. Yummy! We prepped for this thing! I prepped to set up weak armor boosts on this thing! I prepped to take advantage of his #1 pick with Titania the Skarmory. And now I have the HP to take it. And the defense to get my speed. Oh, Swords Dance is so free here. I think, actually, I even take a crit Wild Charge. He goes for the Mighty Cleave. Come! No, come! Give me another! I'm so toxic. But this is what I wanted to do. This was the plan. Offensive Skarmory! Oh, it feels so vindicating. Oh, it's so vindicating. And actually, I'm +4. I think I just want to click Iron Defense this turn, actually, because there's not much he can do from this point, but I feel like I need the extra speed for something. What if he's Choice Scarf Ninetales? Ninetales. I'm at now, Ninetales, Alola, let's say, Choice Scarf, Timid. I'm at now +2 speed. Yeah, I'm still not outspeeding him if he's +2, or if he's Scarf with no investment. So I actually feel like I need to take another one, but I'm gonna click Defense here. I mean, there just isn't a whole lot he can do. But he knows he can't play into my hand is the thing. At this point, I'm so set up that he actually just needs to pray for a crit. At this point, he knows he just has to pray for a crit. Although he also knows he just cannot attack into Skarmory. I'm gonna just... Oh wait, I was already max set up. Shit, that was a really stupid play. I thought it was only +2. Oh, no, that's right. I clicked Swords Dance earlier. Never mind. This is the right play. Agility, okay, he is outspeeding me now. But honestly, there's nothing he can do at this point. He has what? Mighty Cleave, Mega Horn, Agility. Even if he brought Wild Charge, I was taking it with no investment. Or with no Iron Defense set up. He's letting himself go down because he cannot. He knows that his only play here is to try and beat me with Ninetales. Honestly, I'm just gonna Iron Head. I mean, no, he played that smart. He really played that smart. Because he knows he can't attack into me. He knows Ninetales outspeeds. Him losing Moltres was the thing that really set this up. Was the thing that really let me. Skarmory KO's Boulder with Iron Head. At this point, I fully expect him to go Ninetales here. Yep. What is Choice Specs Ice Beam looking like? 57%. Do you get any other coverage moves for me? Do you get Mystical Fire? Will-O-Wisp, Heat Wave, no. Flamethrower, no. Fire Blast, no. Overheat, no. Flare Blitz, no. Burning Jealousy, no. And neither of them get Mystical Fire. I think this is game. I outsped! Oh, so he wasn't... Okay, Skarmory KO's Ninetales with Iron Head. Crit did not matter. See, his biggest mistake was actually engaging in the war of attrition with me, with Appleton. Because I was fully prepared for that thing. Komodo, surely Komodo does not take this. I really wanted to bring Drill Peck for Komodo. Komodo, and I just want to make sure that I'm as set up as I can be. I almost teared there on accident. I'm +6 attack, +5 defense, +2 speed. Komodo, let's... Even at +6 attack, I'm barely OHKOing this thing if he has no defense investment. That is insane. But he doesn't get any... Yeah, actually, no. I just click Iron Head here. Skarmory KO's Komodo with Iron Head. Mom said it's my turn on the Xbox! Skarmory KO's Appleton with Iron Head. GG's to Umbra! Mom said it's my turn on the Xbox! Let's go! I earned that! Oh! Oh, I earned that! So much! Oh! Anyways, that is it for this week, guys. Next week, we're taking on my hardest game of the season. Fuck me. I so deserve that win, dude. I heard that. Let's go. That is it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to leave a like and a comment. That'd be greatly appreciated. Also, be sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already so that you can join as soon as freaking possible. While I'm plugging everything else, be sure to click the bell so that you get notified whenever we upload one of these crappy videos or stream, because they are pretty low quality too. But apart from that, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys. This is Demigod Shmurda. Hey!